All right. In the top right, we have our red Protoss player with a 2-to-1 map score so far. It's Boa. And in the bottom left, our blue Terran player. Leading the group thus far, it's Gypsy. All right, different position this game. The bottom left has a better SimCity against Zealot rushes. Just something to consider. The way that Boa is scouting tells us that he's going to go proxy gate here. That's one of the 3 common locations, right? So proxy gate here is not very common, but it happens sometimes. Proxy gate here is the most common position. And up here is somewhat common. Generally, it will be just a 1-gate proxy if they make it here. Don't ask me why. I just play the Protosses. So, notice Gypsy's depot here. This is a great SimCity that Nyokin showed me, actually. You put the barracks here, right? That's standard. That's something that we've seen for years and years and years. Barracks here and the depot here allow 2 micro holes for Marines that Zealots and Probes can't follow through. But in this position, another depot here makes the 3rd micro hole. This whole area is unpassable by Probes and Zealots, which means you can do things like make your factory down here and it can never be touched. For them to deal damage, they have to walk through the mineral line, especially if you plug a depot over here like your 3rd depot. So yeah, it's very easy to hold Zealot rushes on this position, basically. We'll see if Gypsy goes for that SimCity, though, because last time he actually just didn't scout when he got offensive gas. He just stayed in his main base and scouted much later. Again, all of this stylistic. Like how quickly you want to scout, how you want to play against offensive gas, if you want to scout heavily for gates to go with that or whatever. All right, once again, Gypsy. Same response here. 2 SCVs going up to the assimilator. Boa's probe doing some sick harass. All right, does get that depot. It's a little bit later, so he's going to have a slight supply block. And going to throw a bunker down. So that's like... This is Mr. Safety Man. With this SimCity and a bunker, that's like some serious defense. Oh! All right, so some decent harassment. And I love that Gypsy targets down the probe first. The probe actually adds a lot of damage. And now with that bunker up, he's invincible. You could have 2 maxed armies of Zealots and they would not break Gypsy here. So, takes his gas, has that 2nd depot. We're going to see if he wants to make a 3rd. I think he should, based on the way he's been playing this so far. Still hasn't scouted, has he? Huh. One thing you have to consider here... Oh, he did. Okay, there it is. I was like, that's really weird. He sees the timing of the cybernetic score, and that's the most important thing that you want to check with the SCV, because if you do not retake your entire main by the time Dragoons come, you are in insane trouble. Basically, if they get up the ramp and they have a Dragoon with the Zealots, it's like they can just harass everything from the side. So what you want to do is kind of look when this is going to be finishing, add the build time of a Dragoon on top of that, and make sure that you've pushed Zealots at least out of your main. Maybe make a bunker, maybe not. Maybe you want to hold your ramp. Again, stylistic. You get to just kind of choose based on how you like to play it. All right, so 4 Zealots up here. Boa's done a good job with Zealot retention this game, not really wasting. And Gypsy realizes now, okay, we got to take this. He doesn't have enough. He does not have enough right there. Ooh, not the greatest micro, but... Oh, he falls him all the way to the bunker. You see the SCV's turn? Good micro there by Gypsy. He traps him a bit, but Boa retargets on SCVs, so gets a couple kills. But he puts a lot of damage on the Zealots, so it's going to be easier for him to push through. But here comes that Dragoon that becomes very annoying. Now, this situation, you need to pull 4 or 5 SCVs with all your Marines. And you need to kill this stuff. It's tough. He's got to do it now. Okay, he's got 6 Marines. Here come 4 or 5 SCVs. Okay. So that's kind of the top range. He actually goes over and repairs as opposed to... I think that was a misclick, right? Because SCVs can't get through here either. But honestly, you want to take those and block the Zealots target everything down. As soon as you kill the Zealots, Marines do fine against the Dragoons. Boa keeping this up. We actually have an eBay on top of the natural in the meantime. Second gate. So Boa very slowly teching, keeping that unit production going. Ooh, Gypsy having a really hard time here. Gets supply blocked by that depot kill. There's going to be another one as well. This is not looking good for Gypsy. Okay, the Zealot's walking up. This is what I was talking about. You really do need to retake that ramp. That's why you're checking the cybernetics core timing. If you do have that high ground advantage, it becomes almost impossible for Protoss to push up if you have the right defense there. Okay, the tank is out. This is so important. He's diving on the tank so heavily. Great pullback here. Oh my god, so much damage being dealt. He does get the tank, but tons of damage on his army. Look at that. He's got a bunch of red units. He lost his Zealot. He lost a Dragoon. Gypsy pops out, gets a kill on that hurt Dragoon. He needs this next tank, though. Badly. All right, back here. Citadel coming up. Knowing how hurt Gypsy is. The one thing that we can say about how Gypsy's position is looking, he has a good amount of SCVs. He hasn't lost too many SCVs this game. He's been keeping up as far as that production goes. And that's a very important thing to look at here, too, because they're both on one base. You can't, like, refill workers all that quickly here. Okay. Pulling back into that tank shot, continuing his Marine production. He lost his eBay over here. And it's a Citadel. So we're going to see a rush into Dark Templars following that Nexus. I think Gypsy will probably go Command Center eBay immediately now. He can do it on the low ground or the high ground. He's got enough at this point that he's basically safe. He finally holds everything off. Okay, let's take stock of where we're at. Armory, one factory, eBay. Okay, that was the most important thing that we're checking for. Templar Archives going down. Robo again, so probably another DT drop. Of course, Gypsy saw that last time, so he's going to be more prepared, I would say, this time. It's more likely that he'll blindly make a turret in his main base. Okay, so Gypsy definitely headed towards macro here. Has that bunker up, completely safe. The army is actually not that scary. Like, I mean, it's a fair amount of units, but Gypsy can hold that off. CV slipping out. See if he gets his turret, man. I'm getting a little bit nervous. DT is going to be popping out of this gateway first. And that is super close. He might actually just die. If he doesn't start the turret, like, right now, he's dead. Come on. I don't want this game to end. Okay, he starts a turret here. This is bad news. This is an anti-shuttle turret. Okay, there you go. Second turret goes down, but here comes the DT. Oh, man. If he has to lift his natural, he might GG. That's hot. Oh, my God. He's not moving quickly enough. He needs to finish that turret. Like, when you see the DT, you need to insta get on top of it. Okay, he goes up the ramp. Now, the DT overcommits and is going to die. He loses a siege tank there, which is a little bit sad. But if he can get a turret up, then he's still okay this game. Do we have a second DT? It's coming right now. But he's going to have this turret up so he can turret push over. See, this turret, and now he's building one here. Because he knows the second DT will come in at any second. And he's going to need a third turret here. So it's kind of similar to the game we saw before. Shuttle coming. Will he make turrets in his main base this time? Quicker Academy. He has this turret, but this turret doesn't defend the factories. It doesn't defend over here. If he gets a turret like right around here and moves a couple units here, he can be okay. It's just when you're having to do turret pushes for detection, that's brutal. Oh man, Gypsy's not going to be happy about this. This is looking so much like that first game. Yep. All right, time to build 3 turrets and see if one finishes. 2 DTs pop out of that shuttle. Oof. Well, it looks like he's going to have to turret push in, unfortunately. He's going to lose some stuff. He does have a comm stat on the way. So, the comsat detection, how long is it? It's like 14 seconds, right? Something like that. A little bit less. Takes 19 seconds to build a turret. So basically what you want to do is you want to scan and instantly start a turret. Or start a turret and then scan when the DTs come to it so that you can get it finished. Oh, that was not the scan he was looking for. That was not the scan. He doesn't have a turret started. He is getting the second scanner, though, which is important. Okay. He's lived. Now, let's compare this to the first game he played against Boa on this map. The first time he played Boa on this map, he was in a worse position than this after the DT drop. Still, the DT drop was good. It did damage. It forced turret pushes. He got his academy up much quicker this game, which helped him immensely. That being said, definitely Boa has the advantage. Okay? He's got the shuttle with the DTs. There's only 2 factories. The armory died, so he's going double armory now. No upgrades finished. So that macro play he was going for, like when you go armory before your second factory, you're giving up pretty much any early game to mid game push potential to get those upgrades. When the armory dies before they finish, it's the worst of all worlds, right? Because you don't have that. Yeah, he GG's. Well, there you have it. What I was kind of getting to is that this was a bad position. I stand by the other game being a worse position, but this was rough, losing the armory in. Okay, here we go, guys. In the top, bottom right of Polypoid, needs to win out from here to have a chance. It's Jaeyun. The top left. Currently in a great spot. If he can take this map here, it's going to be really hard for Gypsy to come back. Boa. All right. My printer trying to update right now while I'm trying to cast Ascension. Get out of here, printer. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of exciting, right? With the King of the Hill, where Jaeyun can come back. He's had some really close games, some heartbreaking losses there. Thank you again to everyone for the subs, I see. Thank you. Appreciate it. All the tips. You guys are great. Hope you all are enjoying Ascension. I certainly am. Always fun to get some different formats for some of these tournaments. So, we have Boa throwing down that pylon. I believe it'll just be like a forge expand, right? Based on no probes coming out. And maybe he goes Nexus first. I don't know. We've seen that a bit more lately, where Protosses are going Nexus first. But in this particular game, this is a 9 pool. If Boa goes Nexus first, unless it's like the 11-11, because I think Rain has a build that can stop 9 pool with the Nexus first, but you cut some probes for it. So Boa is going Nexus first. Okay. Gas on the way. Now let's see if he's the super greed and goes for a gateway. I did see recently like Stork do this in just blindly on Polypoid. Okay. He goes Forge, which is to be expected, right? Now I believe if Jaeyun makes a beeline towards the top left, that he can just win, right? Oh, TT1 says the cannon's gonna be in time. All right. Is that because of cross spawn, or is that how this build fits together? It's because of cross spawn. Okay, so a little bit lucky. And the 1 gap wall. All right, thank you TT1 for filling us in on the exact timings there. Can't expect a Terran to know that. Although I know it now. Okay, well, the Lings are going the wrong direction anyways. And so, unfortunate for Jaeyun. He's actually going to be pretty behind because of that. Now, Jaeyun, like, I guess he has speed on the way, right? Maybe he can get a cheese off? Oh, slips a little Lingen. Wasn't in time. Yeah, I think that gets hit going up the ramp. Yeah. I guess technically it could have popped onto a high ground tile and that could have missed, but may as well try. All right. Boa with a hidden probe. This is really interesting to me. There's multiple things this could be doing. This could be hidden to scout again after this one dies, or it could do something crazy like proxy for a DT drop type thing. I've seen Rain do that. I don't know. We'll see. Speed is done. This probe continues to get some great scouting on. Sees Jaeyun taking that third. Oh, tries to wiggle up, but the one whole wall holds tight. Still interested to see what Boa's going to do with that probe. All right. So our next core. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of interesting in different openings. Finally, the probe is going to be picked off. Now, let's see if that triggers this probe to come down eventually. Because right now, as Boa, I think you're certain that there's nothing on the map. Because Overlord has been watching this whole time. I guess as he moves away, it opens up the possibility of a probe sneaking out, but not that likely. Speedlings on the map to send out another probe at this point. Layer on the way. Still don't know what this probe is doing. That's really all I care about this game, honestly, is figuring out what that probe is up to. Have the Stargate coming. Jaeyun. Just kind of macroing up, right? Fourth hatch. Sure, throw down another pretty soon. Probably up here. Layer just coming up. Hydralisk Den. Wonder if he'll end up going Spire or not. Definitely had some good moves with some mutas against Boa. Or wasn't able to take him down, of course. Second cannon coming up. Kind of, the game has gotten into not a lot of action right now. Okay, there goes the fifth hatch. We don't see any Spire for Jaeyun. Alright, Templar Archives. And we still don't see this probe doing anything. That one thing that I was mentioning, like, once I saw Rain in a game where he had a probe snuck out on the side of Sylphid, and he actually hit a robo so that when he made his DT, he could drop into the main, because the main won't have overlords in it, right? Your overlords, you can't protect them from Corsairs in every location, so your overlords are like more around your natural and your third. So I thought that was kind of a cool idea, and maybe what Bo is going for, but since he's just not doing anything with it, doesn't seem to be the case. Alright, the Hydralisks will push back on the Corsair before it gets that Overlord kill. Creep Colony coming up. He does have that Evolution Chamber. Just checking the front wall there with a Ling. Let's keep track of the numbers. And yeah, with the two gates, I imagine we're going to see a DT, at least one pop out, I'd imagine two. I like the Spore going down. Seems like he really realizes where he's at in this game. That there could be some very tough harassment coming. Okay, here comes the DT. Third Corsair coming up to join as well. Probe watch. Still just sitting there not doing anything. Alright, let's see what this DT can get done. Yeah, against that Spore, probably not all that much. Alright, gonna dodge that for now. We do have a Spore here as well. Second DT coming. Is he going to try to do something like a run by? I mean, 2 DTs will massacre 3 Hydras. Could see that. Hey, yeah, he's just going to go. I mean, yeah, they're going to 2-shot the Hydra if they have +1. So it does get that point of healing. And yeah, he's going for the Spore. It doesn't seem like he's going to be able to quite get it since he does have so much health. And Jaeyun will keep that alive. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but I like that he's trying to make something work. Lurker's already out. Oh, that's interesting. It feels like very, very quick Lurkers here. Now, what is the plan with those quick Lurkers? Will he try a contain? All right, some more gates coming down for Boa. Corsair's still out on the side of the map. Oh, wait a minute. Remember there was some all-ins where you would actually run up with Lurker Ling and try to target the cannons at the wall? I don't think that's what this is, though. All right, backing up. A lot of Zealots out here, and he sees the Lurker, so I think he knows that he's not going to be able to get very much damage done. Boa pulling back. Where'd the probe go? Oh, he was up there that long, and then you just send him home? No! No! That's so disappointing. Imagine if he had made a Nexus here. And maxed out on carriers in the top right while Jaeyun thinks he's winning. That would have been the move. All right, the Zealot's out on the map right now with those Lurkers starting to burrow around. Look at that, kind of a cute location. Just poking into those Zealots as they run by. What is the plan? What is the plan? Let's see. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. So we're on 7 gates for Boa, so I think he'll be taking a third base very likely. Still roaming about with his Zealots. Over for Jaeyun's side, this is the one I'm actually a little bit more confused about. He's adding another macro hatch, sure. He has +1 carapace. Okay, I like it. Oh no. Oh no, guys. The DT drop into the main. Of course, you do not hear this when it's happening. Oh, this is terrible for Jaeyun. So much damage being done. Look, he's utilizing his Zealots during this time, and now Jaeyun sees what's going on. Terrible position for him. He's going to lose his spawning pool as well. He does have that Overlord speed, so this could have been stoppable. Again, you only get a mini-map notification, no verbal confirmation if the unit dies in one hit from the Dark Templar. And with that +1, of course, they do. That is so painful. And Boa, of course, running his Zealots around for a distraction, so Jaeyun is less likely to be looking at the mini-map during that time. Incredibly painful. And they kill all the drones in his main and his spawning pool. Jaeyun has Lurkers, so I don't think he's going to, like, die right now, but he's so far behind. He is so far behind. Truly a nice DT drop. Seems like Boa likes DT drops, guys. Seeing that used very powerfully. All right, running up. Does pick off that Observer, so that's just going to stop the aggression right there. It's actually a very strong army from Boa. Twice the supply of Jaeyun. Of course, without detection, you can't kill those Lurkers that are sieged up. Flying around with another shuttle right now. Meantime, Jaeyun's spreading his Overlords, trying to scout. Looking tough for Jaeyun. Boa's army getting really fearsome. He's taking a third. Throwing some cannons down. Jaeyun just kind of setting up his defense. Storm going down onto those Hydras. Yeah, this is... I'm honestly, I'm not sure how you're supposed to come back here as the Zerg player. Like, I guess wasteful attacks into Lurker defense. That would probably be the most likely way. And the thing is, you'd be surprised how often Protoss players do very wasteful attacks against Zerg. We see it even at the top pro level in ASL. It happens pretty frequently. All right, here we go. Has another Observer up here. Plenty of units to snipe it. He's got to be careful about that. Looks like Boa will pull back for now. Ah, I was wondering. I heard a Dragoon attacking somewhere. Looks like he has to take down his own gateway. He's trapped by his Sim City. Only Zealot Dragoon right now. A few High Templars finally being added in back at home. Yeah, the Dragoons feel pretty powerful here. Like, they're just... The army of Jaeyun is so small. He has redroned at this point. He has very healthy saturation in his main. Decent at the natural. Poor at the third. But he is macroing up now. Maybe it's time to try to turtle up some more bases. I feel like it's time for, like, pure turtley defense for Jaeyun. If only he could, like, take another natural and wall it off. Alright, moving over with a few units here is Boa getting ready to take that fourth. Forced back. Boa just roaming. Like, I feel like Boa is playing correctly. It's not that flashy, but just the fact that he's roaming around the map, he's like, okay, we come up here, see, can we do damage? No. Okay, let's run over here, make sure we secure this base. Secured? Okay. Let's run back over here now. See if we can stop a base. It's like, well, Jaeyun has decent defense here right now. Maybe you have to come back with more. Another group of units coming down the side. And he really wants to push. Look at that. Forcing his way up the ramp against all these lurkers. Jaeyun thinking twice about taking this base right now. Looks like he's going to go for a bit of a counterattack. Alright, going to be able to pick off those Dragoons. Plenty of army here, though, to help him out. Has those Psy Storms ready. Throws one down. Ooh! Jaeyun actually kind of micros into it. Tries to get up here to do some pickoffs. But the second Storm punishes those Hydras that came forward. And Jaeyun going to GG. Understandable. And Boa going up to 4-1. All right.